second half of Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or not bad, a little out of sync, but I'll take it. For this evening, we started earlier with World of Darkness, and now we're continuing with Starfinder. And I know it's been a little bit because we were off last week of Starfinder.
Oh, shoot.
Bless you. But can anybody remind me of what happened last week, or anybody want to start us off?
We arrived at Absalom Station and found a large number of credits that were left to us by a dead uncle.
And we fought some dudes in space.
And I think that Jared sneezes
Bless.
every time Rio lies. Is that right?
Yeah, I could feel it.
Did you wet the bed?
No.
Zone of truth.
So you did arrive at Absalom Station. Prior to that, you...
Fought some things.
Yes.
In
Oh,
space.
Here's a piece.
Some stuff.
Yes, you ran into some pirates in the drift.
Before that, can we use that background, Jared?
Yeah, he made it himself using free
Okay.
access from Real Funny.
Yeah, no, this
Cool.
is. I made this thing.
Cool.
There's your tent right
It looks
there.
very strange with the blue, but otherwise usable. Yeah, so that's basically what happened last time. You were returning to Absalom Station because it was the port from whence you hailed, as well as the port from whence the ship that you had salvaged from the desert planet had also hailed. And as you approach, you had received the general kind of cacophony of hailing beacons and advertisements and things like that that usually come across as you're approaching the most populous single city. Basically, it's bigger than it's basically its own planet, but in this solar system. So we'll take it from there.
Docking
So
the
we
ship.
still in the... No. We arrived at Absalom.
Yes, so you would need to just dock the ship before continuing and then moving on from there.
Sending a docking request.
Miquitos, can we order ahead for tacos?
Do we know where?
I mean, is there any bad place to get tacos?
Yes. You don't remember? Yes, just yes.
It's not hard to find a place to dock. I mean, there's tons and tons and tons. Give me just like a straight charisma roll.
All of us?
No, specifically Dex, because he sent the request.
All right. Oh. Charisma.
It's the low one at the bottom.
So, just the D20 roll then.
Just plus
15.
whatever bonuses. Okay, cool.
Oh, no bonus. It's just a 15.
I will. That's not bad. You immediately spot a few signals that you recognize as AIs attached to basically robots that you've interacted with before, and you cut those links off. And finally find one that you recognize that is friendly and is not going to charge or is not going to gouge the price because they didn't have good interaction with you in the past. So with that, you are going to be on Arm 3 of Absalom Station, which is one of the larger, more commercial ports. And the docking fee is going to be 50 credits per week.
Highway robbery is what it's going to be.
I mean, what else?
How many credits do we have?
I think pooled you all had found
hold
lots
on.
and lots.
I have this, not lots and lots. We have some.
I know it was
I have this one.
over 500 or 600
Was it?
combined.
I know I have
No, we only have 150.
got 20 credits on my own.
I have
Oh.
770.
You have 770.
Yeah.
5 OT covers the payment.
Oh wait, hold on. It's 150 credits and 650 UPB.
So because Absalom Station is such like a central hub in the galaxy, you can use UPB basically as credits here. They're like a 1-for-1 trade.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean UBBs are 1 credit to 1
Yeah.
UPB.
No,
Oh,
I
they're even more
I
valuable
just use
if you're
credits
way out in the
instead.
middle of nowhere. Okay. You'll pay the
Yeah.
full.
I understand
Since-
that.
I'll pay the 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's deducted from your card, and you are allowed to dock. Is there anything you'd like to do before you leave the ship?
I would like to refill up my magazines with ammo. Well, I guess that's after we leave the ship. Not bad. No, what we found ammo at the space station, right?
For
Yeah,
some
so-
part guns and stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna like take it off the
No,
bodies.
there was no bullets, just energy
Yeah, it's
stuff.
batteries.
That's right.
Anybody else?
I mean, if I'm given free reign, I'm going to go find food carts and spend all of our goods. So
I'm going to buy
I
more
like to
bullets.
restrict his access to our credits. Say,
no, I have my own credits.
Oh, okay. As long as you have your own, that's fine. Okay, do we have to secure the ship in any way, or is it relatively safe here?
Yeah, I mean, I would lock it when you leave, but like it's a regular port, so that's pretty standard that you would have to enter a code to open your own vessel, open your own like airlock to your vessel. So it's
Just hit the key fob.
the ship's lights bling.
The key fob is Dex. You press his eye and it beeps.
Oh, don't touch the eye. It's on the shoulder.
So
Oh,
It's gonna.
as the airlock doors open, you are greeted to the sights, sounds, and smells of the docking level of Absalom Station. This area in particular is more humid and warm, just as there's a lot of utility equipment running overhead. It's a little bit shorter of a ceiling, kind of a darker area with lots of orange run lights, and it's very crowded, hustle, bustle. As soon as you walk out, you just see people in every direction, cargo bots going past carrying large metal boxes, things being unloaded and loaded onto ships, different like people of species that you may or may not have seen before, all interacting with one another. It's that classic center of the galaxy that some of you are already used to. What would
Hello, hi there. Hey.
what would you all like to? What now that you're back on Absalom Station? What's everybody's plan and priority?
I would like to search for maybe the people that sent us on this mission. Like, is there any clues that we have from our visions that would help us figure out where to go?
Give me. Let's see here. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah,
What do we need?
I would say give me either an int or a wisdom roll.
Can I do that as well, since
Sure.
I also saw the visions?
Ugh,
Culture might have
12.
filters.
Yeah, I need help. 12.
Just straight int.
Or wisdom, whichever's better for you.
That's gonna be a what is that? 15.
When?
Yeah, I wish.
So you know, because you do have pieces of like you remember having been on Absalom Station before. You each have lots of experience here in the past. You've had other missions. You've had things like that. So the station itself is familiar. You know that you could find your way around, and what you remember of that building tells you that it's going to be closer in. It's probably in the eye. So that's the center area where you have all of the either official buildings, commerce buildings. There's a large park that kind of interweaves throughout the buildings. It's basically downtown, for lack of a better word. You know that you were high up in the dream.
How long of a journey is that? to the eye?
20 minutes. It's just a
Oh,
yeah. I mean, you guys are pretty close to. The way that it works is there's the eye that's in the very center. There's a ring surrounding the eye, and then there's arms going off of that ring, and then a spike going down below it. So where you ended up as far as docks on the arm, you're pretty close to the ring.
So my thought was that those pictures you sent us, that's like a planet-sized object. Is that too big? Is it more like, is it smaller
I would say
than
it's
a planet?
so like imagine
Like about the size
City.
it's probably twice the size of New York. Like it's a major city. A lot of its depth is like up and down, you know. So like yeah, say it's the dimensions of a very large city. So like Los Angeles is like New York but spread way the heck out. So imagine that size wise. It's just that you guys happen to be closer to the eye where you are.
Okay.
No, sure, there's a shuttle somewhere.
Bingo.
And high-speed transit is of course a priority in a place like this. Okay, so
because local government is assured.
is everybody planning on going towards the center, or some people doing other things, or?
I want to go buy bullets and sell some stuff, or my one thing. Actually, two things I have.
Do you know where you'd want to go to do that?
I'd find an armory of some sort,
Like a
merchant's place. I'd basically like be looking and trying to find the best spot that I'd think I could spell this Dushko and this lightning gauntlet thing you gave me.
Okay, so you're probably, if you're gonna look for like selling weaponry without necessarily like a license or like an affiliation with a company, you're probably gonna want to look towards the arms, so more towards that like port area, as far as safer places. So you could either go further out from where you are, or try a different arm. If you want to, I guess just keep your eyes out while you're moving, and we'll see if you spot anything.
Yeah.
I know.
Let me know. I'll be kind of just meandering until I find one.
Raga's looking for food.
Yeah, I'm looking for the nearest food court that I can get at least a tray of 6 different ethnicities food.
There is a meat on a stick cart that goes past the area that you're in as you're opening, but it is just a cart. So.
Okay. Well, I will keep searching until I've had at least 6 planets native cuisine. So that's what I'm up to.
Okay, you can check Akiton off the list.
But I'm assuming, like, when we're in port, we're kind of like to our own devices anyway.
Yeah.
So that's what Rock is.
Okay.
And he stays out of trouble. I mean, he helps a bunch of people do a bunch of little tiny things, like Raga's day out kind of thing.
Are you sticking with Mikizos, or are you splitting up from him as well?
I figured Mikizos would go with the captain because so I don't really go talk to blind people, so I'm gonna go look.
Okay, so we have Raga off to find food, Dex off to find an armory, and the captain, Catch, and Mikizos off to try to find where they came from.
The captain and the others are on plot patrol, and then me and Jared are on side quest duty.
We need a new job. We need a new job
True.
too. So.
Yeah. Where's next? As you are going from where you are on the arm toward the ring, it's not too hard to see signs. There's an armory district that's going to be one arm over. So if you,
I will go.
Okay. It is basically just a long hallway lit by fluorescent lights with every type of arm that you could picture on either side going down. So you can get energy weapons, you can get kinetic weapons, you can get the physical weapons, like you have the
Dushko.
It's
I will sell the Dushko.
there's a big Vesk man who looks very muscular and kind of brooding behind the counter.
And I say that I gave him the 2 Dashkos that I had 2 to sell as
All
well.
3 of them? Okay.
Okay. I'm a little robot with 3 Dushkos and a strange gauntlet.
That's.
I
love
believe
that
these
image.
are. I believe these are the weapon of your people, and I would like to sell them to you since people who are not your people were wielding them against us.
Where,
It is a Vesk weapon, a Doshko. It is a traditional weapon of the Vesk.
where do you come across something like that, little thing?
Strange people controlled by some weird thing. I don't know. I don't know where we were. I just followed orders. But I have to sell these.
You had to sell them.
We don't use them, and I figured better to give back to, people who use them.
Yeah.
But we need money.
Uh,
I know Doshko usually goes for about 300 units.
300 units. That's if you're got something special. These things got powers or something?
Well, no, they seem like the standard kinds. I'm willing to negotiate, however.
I'll give you 5 for the lot.
5 credits total.
100. 500 credits for the lot.
Make it 510 so that I could get myself an extra battery, and you got a deal.
I'll just throw in the battery if you want one.
Done.
Okay. So he slides the battery over and takes the Doshko, and he puts them in a bin full of about 40 other Doshkos.
Doshko.
They're immediately lost. If you wanted a refund, it's probably a little out of the question at this point. Anything else I can offer you?
I'm not gonna. Are you interested in these? And I will show him the gauntlet. It apparently zaps and pushes people around.
I don't do anything with energy.
This one's got some stuff to it. All right. Do you know which vendor would like this the most? Just you don't have to answer if you don't want to.
Yeah. You further down you go, the more technological things tend to get. So I try down the way.
Thank you very much. Put 500 credits for me.
All right. The captain, Makizos, and Catch are basically you end up in a subway as it goes. Each of the cars holds about 8 passengers. The one that you're in only has 2 other people in it, so there's plenty of space. They are on basically like tubes. So as you enter, the doors open, closes shut, is pushed forward by compressed air. You end up kind of in the dark with just those orange running lights like you're used to seeing in the caverns. But after about 10 minutes, all of a sudden it's almost a blinding light as you come out into the center where the eye is. On either side, you see lots of greenery. In front of you, there's spires that are going up hundreds and hundreds of stories up to the top of the dome itself. It's kind of almost like a paradise-looking realm. This is what humans built to try to have some sort of home world after theirs was removed. So approaching the center of the eye, I'll let you guys get off. Weirdly, you get this feeling of where the stop is. And this will be connected to your previous roles. So one of the stops just feels familiar.
Just them, though.
Yeah. I mean, McGee's, a lot of this is familiar to you just from having been here, but like nothing about this stop is like screaming at you.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Here, I think.
Yeah, we'll stop there.
We get off. After I have exchanged emails with the 2 other passengers on this subway car.
They're an elderly couple.
Why are we exchanging emails? What?
Because I like meeting new people.
They were an elderly they're an elderly Vesk couple, which is strange to see because the Vesk don't tend to get very old given their culture.
Aged.
But they'd settled down in Absalom a long time ago, and they'd kind of been living a life of just peace and quiet and tranquility.
Good for them. See, what a nice story.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
As you exit, kind of letting your memories just guide you, kind of going where just feels almost muscle memory to go. You leave the greener area and kind of end up in denser and denser city until you end up at one of those spires. It's surrounded on all sides by other spires, but it just kind of goes up till you can't even see the top of it.
Which way now?
Oh, yeah. Is there any like sense that we have to go either way?
This is the building that you remember. The glass is the right color from the hallways on the outside.
Can we look at a directory of organizations in this building?
If you go inside, yeah.
Yep.
Go inside.
So there's an LCD screen between the two elevator bays here, kind of floating in between. There's like about 9 elevators on either side, and as you see leading up the building, there's just tons and tons of names. I mean, this building's a few hundred floors, so there's a lot that you can put in this place, and there is one blank line on floor 234.
Wait, like blank, like nothing written, or like smudge, like before?
Nope, just nothing written. Every other like line there has a business or a professional name. You see, I mean, this seems to be a lot of securities. So there's either companies that you recognize as security organizations directly or paramilitary organizations. There's people that deal with cybersecurity. There's people that deal with financial security, so like managing markets, things like that. But that's the only one that's blank in the entire building.
Do any of the other ones stand out to us?
Go ahead and memory rolls are hard. Either give me an int or a whiz. This is what I've been trying to figure out. I was like, what do you make somebody roll for memory? We'll go with int.
15.
So I do one as well.
9.
9. Sure.
Oof. Ooh, 18.
Okay. So Blanca, there are a lot that are familiar, especially around that blank spot. You are reading it, it's kind of like holes are just filling in. So directly below, so on 233 is Catswell Securities. And you know that you have been in like a break room with them before. Like you remember several people that you've interacted with over coffee. Their company basically does a lot of freight security. So they are assisted ships for higher level cargo. Just because like you guys experienced in the drift, you had dealt with pirates. They have that's their main business. On the floor above, they were not as friendly, but you recognize you recognize the name. You don't know what that company did as well. That was Daxton. They were a lot more like private, and you definitely didn't share any rooms or anything with them. But there's a lot of the names on the list that are vaguely familiar. Those two being around that floor, you recognize almost immediately. Makizos, Vesk do a lot of this kind of work. Like if they are not in the military anymore, they end up gravitating towards mercenary kind of stuff. So you could pick out probably half of the names out of the 300 that are on here as being Vesk sounding. But you end up gravitating to the same two. So Daxton is a vest company. And then Catswell, again, you don't remember as many friendly interactions, but you have ended up on their floor before.
Okay, well, I'm feeling a pull towards 240. What was
234.
the no? 234. What do you guys think?
Yeah, none of the other names seem familiar to me, so that would be the next logical guess.
Well, you, Captain.
Let's see if we can check it out. Elevators.
As you enter in the keys, a voice comes over the elevator intercom. Invalid entry.
Ooh. We try the floor below it.
Sure.
242.
Floor 233, Catswell Securities. And the doors open into a clean white lobby. Plain. It says in big black letters behind the reception desk, Catswell Securities.
Anything looking familiar?
I mean, you've been here before. It's there. It's like seeing a neighbor's house.
Can we find any stairs leading up?
In front of you right now, it's just like a waiting room and a reception desk. There are glass doors on either side of the reception desk that would appear to like lead into offices.
Well, should we try and get in here? Maybe somebody will know us.
Yeah, I'll follow your lead.
All right. Is there a bell I can ring for some assistance?
There's a
or is there
receptionist.
someone there. Hi there. How are you doing today?
Oh, well, how can I help you? Are you folks folks here for an appointment?
No, we were kind of looking for a lead on a job. What do you guys offer jobs?
We you're saying you're looking to apply for a position with us? Is that?
So I run a crew. We have a great ship and we just got into port and we're looking for, ways to fill our time next.
Oh, all right. Well, what kind of shipping do y'all do?
What kind of jobs do you guys have? I'm sorry. Am I doing this all wrong? I'm not sure.
Well,
We know what kind of company this is.
Yeah, it's the tech security company.
Cargo
Tech
security.
security.
So they do,
cargo,
shipping
sorry.
security.
I think what my captain's trying to say here, we found ourselves in port and looking for some extra cash. Do you have any security details we might be assigned to or assist with?
Well, I'd be happy to set you up with an appointment with Mr. Katz. We'll see if we can get you vetted properly and where you might end up. It does take a little bit to do the background checks, I'll tell you now.
Of course, we'll leave our information. What's on the floor above you guys?
Well, that's a great question. I know it used to be another company. He used to... Oh, it's the darndest thing. I'm not totally sure, but I know they left, around about a month ago, I'd say. Guess somewhere around there.
Okay, now
I'm
it's
so
empty
sorry. I
up
can't
there?
remember for the life of me what it was.
I totally believe you.
It
Is
seems
there,
that.
is there a way for us to get up there? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Is there a way for us to get up there?
Well, I'd say the elevator's probably the only way to, get anywhere around somewhere as big as this.
Of course.
Unless you had private access or something, but I don't. If you're applying for a job, I'm not.
It seems the elevator was not working to its fullest and wouldn't let us access. Is there a more mundane way of traveling there?
I'm sure you could. I mean, a little crazy and something this tall, but you could try to take some stairs.
Where are the stairs?
Well, there's fire exits. I think at most corners of the building, there's a fire exit. Back left wall. Between two of the offices over here, but I'm not sure where they're located everywhere. I assume it's the same place up and down the building, but I'm no architect.
Would you mind terribly if we used that fire exit?
Without an appointment, I'd have to say that would be a strange request.
We understand. We'll find our way.
All right, so I'll get in touch with you as soon as we have an opening.
Yes,
Thank you.
please do. Thank you.
She goes back to typing on her hollow monitor.
So is there a hallway outside of or do they just take up the entire floor? The elevator opens up into them.
235? Maybe they'll have a job.
Yeah, I guess.
Do either of you guys have computers?
I do.
I have some, but not a lot.
Well,
You're not there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I'm wondering if you can hack the elevator to get us.
Sure. I can try hacking the
Ooh,
elevator.
Good idea.
Can I do that, Coulter?
Sure.
It's a natural 1.
Oh.
Oof.
It plummets to the bottom and we
So-
die.
It's a 13.
Sorry. So as you are trying to get into the elevator system, the screen that you were working on pixelates across and then resets and says, next destination, ground level.
Computers. So do we have to ride all the way down?
Yeah, I mean, you tried to hack an elevator in a securities building.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we made our presence known, so if whoever hired us wants to talk to us, maybe they'll make contact with us.
Are there any? Do we see any maintenance people around?
When you get down to
Building maintenance?
perception.
23.
Okay. Yeah,
It's probably better than mine.
yeah. I mean, it's a normal busy building. Most of the buildings that you know in Absalom are kind of just separated by industry like this, just to make things easier as far as doing business. But all of the buildings are going to have a janitorial staff, or a maintenance staff. So on the ground floor, you do see at the end of the elevator bay somebody going past with a cart. With these size of buildings, are pretty sizable staffs. So
I'm wondering if we can ingratiate ourselves to maintenance staff to get us access to the fire escape or something.
I'm definitely not the one to help with that.
I love meeting new people, so ready.
My diplomacy's decent.
Well, I believe Helena adds 1d6 to her diplomacy. So.
I'm ready.
All right.
Point me at the servants.
I would start with that. Um,
All right,
I
I
do like to
guess.
point out Helena's class is 100% made to be the party face. So
she's the bard of the group.
I understand that.
Okay, so you saw the maintenance.
So we go find somebody,
Okay.
yeah, in maintenance.
So Cash did see somebody walking with with like a cleaning cart at the other end of the elevator bay. So, I like your
Hi there.
seductive approach.
That was sneaky.
Oh,
God.
sorry.
Oh, get your
gosh,
mind
you
out of
scared
the
me.
gutter.
Sorry. Sorry, you stuck up on me
I'm
there.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. Did you need help? I'm sorry. Still shaking. Did you need help finding something?
Yeah, I was hoping to get to floor 234. But the elevator doesn't seem to understand the command. Are there some stairs we can utilize?
I mean,
to go up 234 floors.
there's the fire exits. Is that?
How might we access those on a floor closer to 234?
Oh, well, if you're up on any of the floors, you'd have to go through the businesses to get there.
Oh. Okay, where are the fire steps now? From here. Can we see them?
So he kind of points behind him. They're in all four corners of the building. So you'd have to go through either maintenance here or security in the front.
Awesome. Would you let us go through maintenance, or is there a problem with that?
Make a diplomacy roll.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Seduce him, Helena. Seduce him.
What's the DC to assist? 10?
29.
What's the assist DC? It's 10,
Yeah.
right?
And with the skill that she's trying to use.
Yes. So add 2
So
to it.
29 to 31. You could have gotten this information out of a freaking god. And his intelligence is not low, but not super high either. So you get, I'll warn you ahead of time that anywhere you go in the building is going to be on camera. But if you, I guess I could let you back.
Awesome. Do we want to go do that? Climb 233 flights?
Captain, maybe we can get him to escort us through another
Well, there is a
businesses.
service elevator technically.
Really? Look at you. That would be really helpful if we could utilize that, maybe.
Sure. Yeah, no, anything you guys need. It seems like whatever you're doing is real. Wow, you're all
Very important.
Yeah, really important. Yeah.
Very important.
You don't remember what was on the 234th floor, do you?
Haven't had that rotation in probably a month.
Anybody on shift now with you that might have worked in that area?
I mean, y'all have just been so nice, just talking to me and asking me so many questions. Nobody takes any interest in me. I could probably see if there's a schedule around.
That would be so sweet.
Wonderful.
What's your name? We didn't even exchange names. What kind of people are we? I'm Blanca Arcana. This is my crew. These are my crewmates.
Lenny.
Lenny, that is a great name.
He scurries off through the doors, obviously like not locking them behind him, to try to find a schedule for you to figure out who would have been on that floor. Fucking 32. Comes back without his cart this time, but with the sheet of paper. There's not been anybody assigned there.
Is that weird?
I mean, yeah, people got to be cleaned.
Yeah. All right. Well, men, shall we take the service elevator up?
Let's
Yes,
do it.
Captain.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Lenny. You have a great day.
Yeah, no, anytime. Please come back whenever you want. I'd be happy to. He just walks away. Can't think of anything to offer besides cleaning services in that moment. He's just so excited to have attention.
Cute.
So, points at the service elevator. It is pretty similar to the other ones. As you
2,
put in the number,
4.
it doesn't respond at all this time. It just starts moving.
Oh. Well, here we go. Weapons out, maybe. I don't know. What are we expecting now?
Can't be good, whatever it is.
See, we're actually going to go back to Jared. So things have gone well. You were able to get rid of the other gauntlet pretty easily. What would you like to do?
How much credits did I get for the gauntlet?
That one was actually 300 just on its own.
Ooh.
300
and so 330.
Yep. With that done, what would you want to do next?
I would like to, while I'm at that energy shop, find just a small portable laser drill. Usually about 200 credits.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of, once I get that, I'll kind of start asking around. Do you happen to know if there is a bounty board anywhere? My crew is currently looking for work, and I figured I should assist in some manner.
That's very sweet. The little goblin woman behind the counter goes, "Wait, there's bounty." Oh my gosh.
Oh.
It was so good, whatever it was.
There's bounty boards. I don't have one for this. I'm sorry. There's bounty boards all over the place. What kind of work were you looking to get into? Sharp teeth.
We could be shipping anything. We could be hunting down any criminals. We're a pretty diverse and adaptable crew for many different situations.
She reaches under the counter and pulls out a pretty rough map of the station and slaps it down. And at the top it says Spike Guild. And it has basically from the halfway point of the station going down. And on it is like a list of locations for different kinds of activities. On that, several of them are clearly illegal. There is like smuggling, assassination, things like that as listed items. But there's also shipping, protection, detective work, basic things like that. Got lots of options around here. Slides it across. Just gonna have a different voice.
I'll like open it up and take a moment just to like study it and like save it into some portion of my memory as the map.
Okay.
I will thank you very much for your assistance, and I'll give her 5 extra credits.
Oh, thank you. She.
You have yourself a wonderful time.
All right.
Anyway, I will go and look for. I'll look for like any mention of like basically space bandits.
Space bandits.
Being filled with a little bit of thrill and happiness with our successful venture the last time. He's like, yeah, let's do it again.
Okay. Raga, what are you up to?
I am currently in negotiations with a very friendly food shop owner to turn the ship into a flying food truck.
All right.
Mother of God.
I'm so excited for them to hear how this goes after the fact.
I have not yet realized that I have no authority to do any of those things.
So, tell me
God.
again, little one, what is the size of your galley? It large?
big.
That is very small.
Not to scale.
You fit in there?
No, it's to scale.
To scale. What is the scale?
Yeah. It's about, and then he like keeps going until he's like made the size of the galley.
Okay. It not be full restaurant, but I can do with it. Yes, I can make that work. And you're
Captain is gonna be so excited.
you were okay with the cost of free food for payment?
Yes, why wouldn't we?
Oh my god.
Well, I will get a contract written up and brought to your ship. It is at the location you have specified here. Docking Bay on Arm 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And you said that you have at least 7 distinct ethnicities on your menu.
He slides the menu over, and you see that it's like a BJ's menu. It is very, very large, and it's split up by planet.
Ooh, there's even fusion cuisine.
Oh yes, you should try the Ekiton Castle.
Oh. I'm writing that down.
Never say the name of Helena's planet.
Castrovel?
Castrovel. The Akidon Castrovel combo. You not think it tastes good, but it tastes good. No, we do not serve Kasothin.
Well, I'll be in touch for sure. And so the deposit of that's okay, what I gave you?
You mean the 2 boxes of grubs?
Yeah.
Yes, that's fine. That's great. We will be able to use these for a variety of things. Now, don't tell anybody I have these, but I will definitely make good use of them.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you later.
Lord, oh my.
Slaps you on the back. Yes, later, little friend, later.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the ship and wait the first shipment of the new menu.
Okay. And
I might have to blow off the side of the ship for the window. I'm sure they won't mind.
Oh my lord. It's gonna throw both of us off the ship.
Okay, I'm working on being able to show you guys what this is going to look like. So, going to have to take a brief pause moment while I add a map scene to this. Apologies in advance.
Fly me to the moon.
It's the one that none of us want to hear.
We're just the bad. If you guys know.
Or getting hummed at from the other campaign there. Okay.
Do any of you guys like the Lord of the Rings a lot?
Yeah.
Why are there so few women in Middle Earth?
Because they're all at
Stalking
home making babies and cooking dinner.
Well,
I will point out that in the Lord of the Rings, there's a whole arc about a woman who like kills the unkillable like wraiths.
And still doesn't pass the Bechdel test.
No.
9 hours of movie, not once.
I mean, Galadriel does.
She never talks to another female.
True.
And what are her goals? What does she want from all this? She's just kind of like, ooh, here's some exposition. Ooh,
Well, that's.
I'm
I feel like that's
glowing.
all of like the major elf players are all just like exposition, exposition,
Oh, okay.
and then oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the Unforgiven or the what do they call it? Whatever the other land that they take Frodo to.
Undying or
Summerland?
something.
The Undying.
Yeah, Undying Lands.
And if anything does happen, they whip out the bow.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know how many of you already have Roll20 available.
Oh,
Yeah.
Don't ask me to do that because my computer's already angry at me.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have.
I'll use my imagination.
Okay. I will. That's okay. We can let you use your imagination for this. So you open up, or if you have Twitch, you can actually see the map on Twitch in a moment, like now.
Oh, I guess I could open Twitch.
So I'll zoom in some here.
Are we on
Convenient,
Mooncast?
you can open Twitch, but not Roll20.
Well, I can open Twitch on my phone. I guess I could open Roll20 on my phone, but
So the elevator doors open onto what would be an otherwise normal lobby, except for only service lights are on. It looks like any form of like decoration has been torn apart. The room itself is like dingy with the carpets all pulled up and just the service tiles beneath visible. All of the walls are the same way, where instead of having wallpaper or paint like you've seen in any other office building, they're just the drywall. There are, as you can kind of see in the image there, pieces of the lightings units from above have fallen to the ground, and there's wires hanging that are sparking occasionally. And as you enter, first you just see where what would be a reception desk, basically, that you could approach from multiple sides. And then beyond that, there's walls and doors that would lead into other areas. On the large wall behind the reception desk, you see what basically would be like if you took a sign down, like, a big like neon sign or lit sign. They have all the holes behind it, but it's not really clear what they make out.
does this feel like the place from our dreams?
The layouts are all pinging. It's dramatically different because everything was nice and clean and put together. But Rio?
Oh, nothing. It was just still showing the D&D map, and then it just...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
fixed
Thank you,
it.
Mark.
No, I fixed it. You got
On
it.
my end, on like because the Twitch is seeing what I'm seeing, Twitch is seeing that. But I appreciate that Mark's letting the player see that, because it's probably more important as far as story goes.
Where did we come in?
You came in from. This is like where the elevator entrance is.
The map is still different than the Twitch map.
It is.
Oh, there's two pieces of map. Can
There's
you
three
focus?
pieces.
Oh, I see now.
You are in the bottom piece of the map.
Three. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm here. I'm cool.
This is the
I'm
reception desk area here. This is the wall.
You said there's paper and stuff littering the ground.
Yeah, it's not entirely clear what happened here, but it's like a whirlwind just swept through and just kind of tore the place apart.
I'm gonna detect magic.
Okay.
Anything?
So it's a little like when you looked at the drift hole from the satellite. There's kind of like residual magic everywhere, and then you see through the wall ahead of you stronger sources.
I'm gonna manifest my weapon.
Okay.
Guess-
Can I make a perception or
Sure.
go ahead?
No, go ahead. You go for it.
20,
20?
30, 20.
So it's clear that things have been disturbed recently. There's a lot of this area is covered in like dust and grime and things like that, and it's very clear that that there's basically like tracks through this that have disturbed it.
What did the tracks look like? Like,
It's
can I distinguish size, race, or
humanoid.
anything?
I mean, that means a lot of different things in this, but it is like a normal sized being or group of beings. It's patterns like kind of walking both directions, and more than one for sure.
I'm gonna cast Detect Tech. So I detect all technological items with charge or that replenish charge in the area, included batteries, power cells, yada yada. Do I see one of those items moving at all?
How far is the reach on that?
60 feet.
No. So you guys are where you actually should be.
It looks like you can move your own piece for the most part, so.
Cool.
Whee.
My cat is trying to enter my room like a demon.
Okay, I've removed the additional grid for now. So what would you like to do? You don't see anything because the range of that just puts you barely into the next room. So you'd have to go further.
Okay.
Is that persistent or is it just instant?
I think it's just instant. Yeah. I guess let's travel through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't die, you guys.
Captain, would you like me to go first?
That's very gentlemanly of you. After
But
you.
if you do die, I do have my second, career already planned out. So I
Yeah, we know.
know.
So, which are we coming here next, Coulter?
Yes. Are you guys stealthing or anything?
If we take a minute, I can attempt a stealth check.
A minute?
We have time.
Yeah.
Right. Because if I do a minute, I get to add a 1d6 to it.
Okay.
So we take a minute. I never thought I'd get to use that ability. Sweet.
And for those of you that aren't making the minute check, can I get another perception?
You're making the minute check?
Oh, Hank.
Like I meditate for a minute, and the powers of the universe give me an extra bonus to stuff.
Oh.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Helena?
Oh, I'm sorry?
Perception.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh boy. Perception. 25.
Okay. So Mark, Cash, you don't notice anything really out of the ordinary. It's a little bit strange being in a place that feels so familiar but doesn't have any tangible things to tie to.
Mm-hmm.
Helena, you hear that there's definitely movement deeper in the office.
I gesture to them that I hear movement, or I just tell them telepathically because I can do that.
Okay. Okay. Telepathically, got it. And with that, I'll get your stealth roll, Hank.
16.
Okay. With the extra d6. And
'Cause I'm at a negative
oh,
already.
jeez, yeah. Do you two want to as well, or is that for the group?
Ooh. Oh, that's right. I forgot we can do group stealth.
I guess it'll be for group.
I need to put these on the different layer. Sorry. Whoops. Okay. Okay, so take you 3. You go deeper into the office here. And make sure we can see everything. This is the next room that you see is clearly more of like a there's a briefing room. There's a bunch of computer interfaces on the wall, or standing in the middle of the room, and then there are glass to either side of you that would look into what would be larger offices, so like corner offices of this building. The offices are the same as the rest of it, though, where there's no furniture in them. It's just basically kind of like ransacked with papers strewn on the floor, only service lights showing. But now there is more audible speech. You hear not from this room, but from the next room as you're getting closer. No, I don't think they caught on to any of it, but it's hard to tell with this group. I don't think they knew what was going on. And then after that, you get a shh, and it all goes silent.
Okay. What should we do? Should we sneak back out, or should we try and confront these people?
I think we need to confront them, Captain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if listening to your Vesk is the best idea.
Can I hack the terminal to see if we can tap into the security cameras?
Sure.
22.
Yeah, that's good. I'd say especially because this is a system that you kind of feel like you recognize. You are able to get cameras on the whole building. You can see there's really only one other section of this floor that you could enter from here. And in it, barely illuminated by service lights, there are 3 forms. They are all Lashunta, you can tell by the antennae. And one of them has a finger up in that shushing motion, and their antennae are moving as if searching for something. It's hard to make out a lot of
Where are they?
features.
Where are they on the map?
On the map, they would be over here. So in the last room here.
And we would come in here.
You would, yeah, we'll say that.
What are these little guys here?
Columns.
Okay. I will lock this door from the security terminal.
Okay.
Close and lock that
Okay.
door so they can't leave out of it. That's the only other door out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
From that room, yeah.
Yep. I closed and locked the only other exit, so they need to come this way if they're leaving.
On the camera, you see them all turn towards that door as they hear it lock, and then look towards the additional door. They aren't making any sounds at this point, but you know that they don't really have to communicate.
What's the
I-
plate, Captain?
In a rough estimate of what would be military like speech would be like, do we want to hide here at this door since they have to come out?
Or we can just go and confront them and ask what they're talking about. I don't know if this will necessarily have to turn hostile.
Right. I feel like it's escalating and coming off kind of aggressive right now. So I would like to diffuse that a little. How many were there in there?
3.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to send, I'll ask you guys first. Like, I'm going to send them a mental message like, hey, we're just here to talk.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Hey there. Just here to talk.
There's a long pause. And then you get back almost what feels, it almost feels muffled, like not, like as if somebody was talking with their hand over their mouth. Turn back now, and you still have a chance.
Okay, so I tell them what they just told me. Are you okay, so I send a message back. Are you in need of some help?
Those, the likes of us, will never be in need of help.
What does that mean?
It is you that will be in need of help if you do not leave.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's some serious threats going on. Do we continue?
Whatever, I'll take your leave, Captain.
We wouldn't hear that. You'd have to tell us.
I tell you what, again, it's more threats.
I follow you, Captain.
Well, what do we hope to get out of this encounter? Like, they don't want to talk to us. I certainly don't want to kill more people without getting to the bottom of things, but...
We don't have to kill him this time.
You're right. We could just...
Yeah.
So, confrontation? Let's do it.
Hey,
Okay.
all right. Let's do it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna approach. So I mental message to them again. Well, I'm going to approach the door. I'm hoping we can have a dialogue, but I have my weapon out.
They don't respond.
But I don't. Okay. Oh my god. All right.
Can I still see him with the camera?
They're all standing there. 2 of them have gotten weapons out. It's a little hard to tell, but they look like they're probably firearms of some kind. The third moved behind one of the pillars.
For cover.
Do we see where they are on the map
I can place them real quick.
because of that? I just want like the full display for me.
Oh yeah,
To
sorry.
watch a beautiful showdown. If you want to watch a good fight, aren't we? Usually are.
Our new crew will be much more food oriented.
Well, Raga, it looks like they have not returned. I guess we will have a new restaurant.
Oh boy. I know it. I have very few battle skills, so I'm like, yeah, do we do this? Let's do it. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get to like beside the door, like my back against the wall, and I'll kind of start opening the door.
Before that, I'll supercharge Mike's weapon.
Okay.
Can I ask one quick question?
Sure.
Balls.
Do they have any means of communicating to us? Like, would our communicators, like, if they were to be like, bing, bing, hey, guys, or we are out of range?
We could, but there's no way for them to get up to this floor.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. You have something that I could help you with.
Yeah, you guys can definitely communicate. Especially so like what the range issues that you would have on a regular, a deserted planet or something like that are not a problem here at all because it's basically like you have Wi-Fi. Like
Yeah, so I could actually help in this combat.
I guess then. I mean, knowing
Be
we probably
ready.
check in.
Yeah.
Well, I can't get there in time, but you have something that I could use. Remember the grenade I gave you that I'm connected to?
Oh yeah.
So as long as you just say, blow it up, I could detonate it at any point in time, regardless of turn order.
So I
Wow.
supercharged Mike's weapon.
Okay.
What weapon are you using?
Oh, my sword.
Okay.
Do I think a laser pistol or the slug pistol is going to be more effective in this?
KAC is almost always lower than EAC, but I think a lot of times lasers do more damage, so I guess that would be the choice. So you both hit her. You managed to grab her overalls, but she pulls away, and having shot out the glass, she jumps out the window. You don't see anything but the street beneath you, and that's where we'll end tonight. Thank you everybody for watching. I really hope that we had sound for the second half there. I'm not entirely sure what happened with that, so fingers crossed. And we will figure out our technical difficulties eventually. Good night, everyone. See you next Monday.